Welcome to Tech Fever, Play Everything's weekly tech podcast where we talk about the tech news of the week, everything from home theater to smart home to AI and robots and everything else in between. Every episode we'll kind of talk about our favorite tech picks of the week, best tech steals of the week, and if you want to get a question read live on air, send it into techfeverpodcast@gmail.com. I'm your host, Mike Doherty, and alongside me as always is my co-host, Kevin Coello.
CES, let's fucking do this. Ooh, you know what I mean?
I know this is.
I like that energy, bud.
I love that energy. Way better.
Good.
No, this is our. Technically, it's like our 1 year. You know what I mean? 1 year anniversary.
Right.
We started on.
Can't believe we've been doing this.
CES 2020. I can't even believe either. I thought you were gonna bail out way before we made it to 1 year.
And that's, I think, the only reason I've stuck around, you know, because I knew you're waiting for that phone call, and I won't do it. I won't give you the satisfaction, you son of a bitch. I'll keep this going as long as you're alive, and maybe even a couple episodes after.
It feels only appropriate, right? Couple Dead Mikey episodes. Yes. So
what was that?
I hit something. PC's weird sometimes.
No, yeah, you went in the bottom right corner. It made everything transparent for a second.
Yeah, but happy anniversary, Kevin Coello. 1 year of Tech Fever. Very exciting.
Very exciting stuff.
Is this your most accomplished, most fulfilling show you've done?
No, God, no. Screencast was so much fun.
Come on, you gotta admit. It's fun. This is funner than Screencast, no?
No. Do you know how cool it is to be able to get access to early movies?
Yeah, it's way cooler.
I felt like I was doing something real. Like, if we had gotten one piece of tech, I might be able to be like, oh, yeah, no, I don't know. It's pretty cool. No one wants to send us anything.
We'll get there.
You know?
One day.
I don't know that we will, and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean?
Free movie screeners versus talking with cheeks. You know what I mean? What sounds more appealing to you?
What? You know what I mean? Competition's pretty steep.
Back when we started, we have a couple cigarettes, have a good time. You know what I mean?
Sure. Now I just have to see you every day for an hour.
Yeah.
Hour 15 with the teching out.
Well, I'm sure everybody appreciates it. But thank you.
No, I'm having a blast. It's been a very fun year, and let's see if we get another one out, huh?
Yeah. It's a time bomb, ladies and gentlemen. Just wait. One of these days. No, Kevin, we had a couple breaks in between, so you talked about a lot of the tech you've been playing with. I'm sure you're very busy. Is there anything new in this last week that you've been kind of dabbling in? You get that 7 Hugs remote?
No, I didn't. I looked more into it, and I don't know if I'm as interested as I originally thought I was, because it doesn't seem... Now, it's been out for maybe 2 years, it seems like, maybe a year, somewhere around there. No, probably a year from all the videos that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
And no one has done a good review of the aim at things to turn them on and off. Also, from the reviews that are out there on YouTube, it seems like there's a couple that talk about the motion thing, and it seems like they implied that it only works one motion per wall.
Well, I got something for you. I got some listener feedback. Bob Fries over on the YouTube comments said 7 Hugs remotes are fucking awesome. I love mine so much. They are so much easier to set up than the Harmony. Also, my 2017 4K TV just updated last week for our previous conversation about the UIs updating on older Sony TVs. But the important thing there was the 7 Hugs remote.
We had a conversation about LG. Right?
No, about how smart TVs don't update the interfaces, and you're kind of stuck with it. But since Sony,
I was talking specifically about LG not updating.
Yeah, no,
I'm sure other companies are more.
No, only Sony, and that's what we had a conversation about last week. And he's just chiming in.
I don't remember any of that.
That he got an updated interface recently. But the important thing was he says he loves the 7 Hugs. Now I'm not entirely sure about that point functionality. That would be really lame if it's just one thing.
I'd like you to write... What was this kid's name?
Bob Fries.
Bob Fries.
Yeah, Bob Fries.
I don't know why you're laughing at him. It's a good name.
It is a great name.
Bob, that's a very solid name. Or Robert, as he may be named. I don't know. Yeah, let us know if you ever see this episode in the comments whether or not the pointing functionality, how does that work? Like, leave me a good solid paragraph going into detail. No. But like, just like, is it easy to set up with the pointing thing? Is like, can you point at the bottom and do something else? Can you point at the top and do something else? Just frontwards. You know?
I wonder if you have to have
or is it,
multiple of those sensors. Because that would also be a suck. If you have to set up multiple sensors for multiple points.
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if one sensor is for one thing, that's what I'm asking. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for your participation. If depending on your answer, I might buy one of these.
Let us know,
I don't
Bob
know.
Fries, right into those
No
YouTube
pressure,
comments.
my dude.
Or
Sounds like you love it.
at gmail.com. He does. Yeah, so, sorry, nothing, you weren't playing with anything in tech, sorry. I thought that was a good segue.
Well, I was gonna say that I used the, you can see them hanging there because they didn't come with like a cute stand or anything, but the Pulse 3D headphones from Sony,
Yeah, 3D
PlayStation
audio.
5.
The future.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Like, it works so well, and according to the my Fortnite crew, I sound almost identical to the A50s, which is kind of surprising. But good.
Yeah, no, that's, I mean, our gaming mic's really that great at the end of the day. I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess not. But like, the A50's mic is like right here, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like that should be better, something that like is in my headphone. But I don't know. They said it was about the same. I went into the settings and I played with stuff, so I lowered a little bit the mic input. Yeah, so.
I didn't talk about this last show, but this is new. I got a new desk. You know me and my desks.
We'll pull it up. Let me see what it looks like.
I
I like the other desk you got a lot.
Yes, I like that one. That one's really great for the studio as well. Just holding all the different equipment. Hold on, I'm pulling up right now. It's the Arazi.
How many LEDs does this one have?
No LEDs, surprisingly.
It's a disappointment.
Here we go. I'm pulling up a video right now. I fucking love this thing. Well, I'm pulling
I
up
bet
right
you
now.
do.
No, it's awesome. Hold on, they got an ad here,
I'm
but
sure it is.
it's super wide, and I really like really
have an
wide
ad.
and depth. Yeah, I know ad blocker. You talk about it all the time.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I don't
like
care.
to support people. You know what I mean?
All right, whatever. I guess we'll wait while we do this show.
Yeah, so it has a really awesome depth to it. Again, not so much tech, but it's new. I got it. I love it. Yeah, I'm using the mat. Hell yeah, I'm using the mat. It's all mouse pad, waterproof. No, why is it dumb? I mean, you don't have to do the red one. I have the all black one.
Well, I mean, first of all, I wouldn't describe that as red. I'd describe that as all black with a red lining. It's just like, I don't know. I'd be scared about spilling stuff, but if it's waterproof, I guess you're alright with, it'll just stay on top.
You get the cup sweat. Cup sweat happens with ice. It really you just wipe it around and it's good. Dries up. Like, it's all waterproof. Doesn't go into the thing. If you spill.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I mean, look at my ice water. Also, at the bottom of the screen, you missed a little there. See that?
Oh yeah. I'll get that more close.
It's sweating real hard right now. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, it's a sweaty cup.
And right now, there's rings all over the place. My desk a mess too. This looks interesting. Does it go up or down or do anything fancy?
I mean, you can go. It's not like automate like electric, but like you can raise it or lower it, which is nice. And then it has the netting underneath for the cable management.
Sure, that's always fun. I never thought about that kind of cable management. I like it.
I do too, and it's super simple too, and it gives you a place to like store it. Like you can zip tie all your cables, and then you can put them in that little netting. I wish the netting had like a little bit more points of contact, so you don't have stuff falling out the sides, because I have like a lot of wires under there. So if you have a ton, yeah, it's a little messy, but I thoroughly enjoy this.
It doesn't crank up. You can just loosen those bolts, raise it, tighten the bolts. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not automated or anything. But I love the depth of it. That's something I was really looking for. I was looking for a depthy desk. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Marks
you
all the
gotta have them
boxes.
depthy desks. Is that why your desk is where it's at and not where it used to be at?
One of the reasons, trying to make everything fit in my small room. I got my bed right here. Did the frame break? Absolutely. Was it because me and Tombo were both on the bed? Maybe.
Jesus.
So now I just
don't
have.
even know what you kids are doing.
Now
All right, that's your private business.
Now I just have a mattress on the floor like I'm a single dad. It's awesome.
How broken is it? You can't fix it? You can't like grab a 2x4 and screw it onto it?
It was bad, Kevin.
You exploded it. What were you guys doing on the bed?
It was just me
Little
and
tickle
Tombo.
fight?
We were two
Little
big
tickle
guys.
No, two. That's a lot of weight for that poor little thing to take.
A cheap little Amazon bed frame. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So,
Sure. Are you gonna buy a new one? I mean, it sounds like it's a cheap frame.
Yeah. Oh, not the same one. That one broke. You know what I mean? Probably get one of those.
Yeah, but
platforms.
like, I mean, you probably like easily had 500 pounds on there.
Plus the mattress.
Plus the mattress. I mean, I'm sure that like there's a certain amount of weight that's at that point it's like your fault. You know what I mean?
I mean, those purple bed frames take up to 2,000 pounds. I could have.
Yeah, but that's expensive. How many of these Amazon ones can you break?
4 of me and Tombo on there. You know?
I mean, was my math right? I was just guessing.
Nah, I mean, it's close. You undershot it a little bit, I'm sure, but...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was trying to be nice.
Kevin, CES 2021.
Yeah, it's happening.
You ready?
This is it right here.
You ready to talk some tech?
I'm ready, dude. Oh, I forgot to mention the 3M stickers that I brought up earlier.
You just order those off of Amazon?
Mm-hmm.
And those are for your Google or your Hue Play behind your TV.
My Hue Play lights, yeah. I'm very excited.
Did they unstick?
No, what do you mean, do they unstick? No. But neither did the first ones, and look, you can see my Hue Play bar right there. You know, and it's not supposed to be right there. Why is it in the shot like that? Because it fell off the mount?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Yeah, unstuck like the mounts?
Oh, yeah. I thought you were asking me if it unsticks like the ones that you pull, you know, the ones you have.
Oh. Yeah, no.
Which I tried to put a couple of those on there that you gave me actually, and that didn't work either. So now I'm gonna try something a little more heavy duty, a little more permanent. You know, just
knock it out. Respect it. Well, Kev, CES 2021. We were supposed to do it last week, but I couldn't. I didn't know how to read dates, so here we are. We actually have news from.
No, just to be clear, we were gonna do it last week, but it didn't happen then.
Yeah.
So it's not that we were supposed to. We misunderstood.
Yeah.
By we, I mean you.
Real quick.
But I mean, yeah, it's okay.
I want to touch on one piece of news that we're not going to be talking a lot about. There's a lot of gaming laptop stuff going on. So there's a lot of announcements of like the refreshed laptops. But of course, all that is using the 3090s, 3080s, the 3000 series from NVIDIA, getting those updates, and then AMD's laptop processors. That's about it on the gaming side. Obviously, you get the updates every year on those types of models. So we're not going to be talking a ton about those. The first thing I have on here, which again, just something breezed over, but everybody's talking about it. I have Engadget writing up articles on this. I have CNET writing up articles about this, about one of the best things shown in terms of prototype. It was the Razer's Project Hazel. So that's right. Razer, the computer company, is making masks. It looks like a face covering a cyborg ninja would wear, and RGB lights, which I'm into. A transparent front cover to let people see your mouth, and built-in microphone and speaker that can amplify your voice. Oh yeah, and it can also protect you from that pesky COVID thing. With active air ventilation, that's an effective as a N95 mask. It relies on bacterial filtration efficiency pods that can trap 95% of airborne particles.
Show the kids.
Yeah, I can't when I'm reading. I will show it once we start talking about it.
Get one extra monitor.
Kevin. I want to. My monitors are too big. This is an issue. But
Lord, why are you so problematic?
And it uses
get the mounts like I have, because they just mount onto the side, and then you have them. You do the weird like egg thing that I'm doing. It's like I'm inside an egg.
You always tell me not to spend money. That's like your number one.
Well, don't get expensive ones. Get cheap ones. Don't buy fancy ones. Just make it work for now. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
And it uses rechargeable disc ventilators that can be sanitized with UV lights from its charging box. In many ways, Project Hazel looks like an ideal active mask. It vents out CO2 and brings in fresh air. It creates airtight seal with adjustable straps, which is great because I have glasses. You know, my stuff always fogs up. But this is what this looks like. I just think they look awesome, and I saw everybody talk about them. I didn't think it was super like crazy news, but they look cool.
All right, so this is kind of what I've been talking about forever, where it's like I want like a tech-oriented mask.
Look how fucking cool they look.
What's going on with the image there? Do they put like a piece of paper underneath?
Underneath the way.
Their mouth? Oh, it's a reflection on the guy. I thought it was like an image there. Nope. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no.
The guy's face. Yeah. I thought that they had some sort of LED thing.
No, it's clear masks.
This is really cool. The only problem I have with it is like, why is it clear? I understand that it helps with like communicating with people. Oh, and then there's an LED like inside of it that glows.
Yeah, dude.
No, go back.
Yeah, this one. I'm into it, man.
I'm super into. I mean, this is what I'm saying. I've wanted something like. Now, I would like perhaps a feature that you can plug in instead of hose to it, and have AC come in. You know what I mean? Like, let me breathe AC only. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want hot air when it's hot. Maybe make a little heater function. I don't know what breathing in warm air does, but I think that kind of warms your body up. I think that would work.
Yeah, so I mean, I like the clear mask. Especially if you're a retail worker. What? It's covered. You're good. You got ventilators now.
What do you need to be clear out?
Deaf people.
Does that happen a lot?
At my job. At my line of work. Yeah.
Don't lie to me.
No, I swear. Yeah. I work next to Fremont, which is like one of the most famous deaf universities there. Gallaudet University. So, yeah, that helps a lot because they can lip read. And masks completely fuck that up. But I think these things look awesome. So.
I think that, like, my face is going to look weird. And, like, another concern that I love it. It's really cool. Just a couple of questions and concerns that come up. Another one is, am I going to shave my beard?
No, you don't have to shave your beard now. You just won't have as tight of a seal.
But as I'm saying, like, because it's like plastic, I wonder if like
it hurts
to like seal it properly. You need to like get it real tight. Maybe I'll have to shave.
No, but you
didn't have a beard.
Have to get it real tight.
Also, I'm gonna look really dumb with it being like pressed and like this hair sticking out like straight.
That's my like Achilles heel with masks. I just have this.
Yeah, but you look a lot better without a beard too. Have you thought about just going beardless again?
Why are you so mean?
I'm not mean. I'm just saying you looked better before the beard, right? I mean, everyone in the comments, please let us know. Don't be nice. Just be honest.
Babyface Mikey or manly Mikey? I definitely think babyface Mikey is not.
No, now it just looks like baby grew a beard.
Yeah, so that's a concept. Obviously, it's not like a product that's going to be hitting anytime soon. Maybe it will, but
it's a bummer.
It's probably going to be
I need it now.
$100 or more, right? This is a $250 mask. $200 mask.
Well, it depends on, do the LEDs sync up with the computer?
That'd be cool. But why would you be wearing it inside?
Because like when are you using computer? Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, we said the same thing. Why would it be?
Yeah.
Or when you talk.
But it's like they don't have to.
It flashes to your voice.
It better fucking do that. I mean, they've got a microphone connected to it, you know?
You look like
So
a
it's
cyborg.
already interpreting the audio is what I'm saying. Yeah, that would be a grave mistake if they don't set that up.
Another interesting thing I saw was Hong Kong-based Next Go unveiled an upcoming NVIDIA Admira 2, which is a laptop made for live streaming in mind. The first thing you'll notice on the netbook, it's equipped with a ring light all around the laptop screen to offer consistent, gently diffused lighting, which should make you look a bit more fabulous for your channel. I don't know why I read that. But it has 3 built-in webcams. So this is one thing that we always talk about on the webcams on everything are absolute shit. Like on laptops or even on like the front-facing phone ones aren't great. Having somebody actually try to do better cameras within technology, like for especially for a laptop with conferencing and everything that's going on right now. We don't know the specs, like the actual megapixels of each camera, which is a bummer. But I just thought it was cool that they're trying to give you more options. They offer a wider shot, medium, and a close-up shot with the 3 cameras, which I think is cool. Not a whole lot of innovation going on in the PC sector other than from graphics cards and processors.
So, real quick, the big thing that they did is they just put 3 cameras instead of the one shitty one.
Yeah, they put 3 shitty. No, we don't know if they're shitty, but
Well, that's the thing. Like, but we have to assume, like, typically, like, I don't know if I've ever known a laptop to have the camera as like, oh, hey, this has like a prettier camera, right?
yeah, but
Like, they're always like,
but they're trying. You know, what I mean, we don't know the specs on them. We could get them, and then it has that ring light all the way around too.
yeah, that's interesting because that doesn't look like it's very bright. You know, like these lights are huge. The panels that I have right here are this big. Now, granted, they are working at 10% capacity. You want to see 100%?
Yeah, no, I think we've done it before. Yeah, exactly. You don't need a ton of light.
Bring my camera down. There's a black bar.
All right, well, hold on. This is gonna be a whole thing.
My God. Look, now we can see everything. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. He moved everything around.
Thanks for the commentating on this.
Just click on the source. Oh, look, all the lower thirds went at the same time. Oh no!
I don't know why.
It's okay. You're trying your hardest, and that really is all that matters to you.
I hate you so much.
Yeah, I doubt like it's weird that they're like, oh, this laptop has 3 cameras, but then didn't give it information on how like good the cameras are or aren't. So that's interesting, right?
Yeah, no, it's not great. It's not a great sign of.
No, yeah, usually companies like to brag about that sort of stuff. Also, I just think that those LED, like, it's interesting to have an integrated LED, but again, like, you have to provide at least some information there, like how bright it'll get.
I mean,
we need some lumens.
We need a domino to fall, right, for other manufacturers to actually try to improve their webcams. Like, webcams suck, and like if somebody can nail like a solid webcam, I think that would go such a long way.
I'm shocked that there wasn't a major webcam news this particular year.
I feel like that'd be a home run.
What was that?
I feel like that'd be a home run.
Yeah, absolutely, right? I mean, that's the like, people are using webcams more than ever, and it's like people are using crazy things to make it work. Like the cam link that we have here is like $1,600, somewhere between there. 800 plus 11, $1,400 setup.
Yeah,
That's how much you have to pay. Maybe $1,200, and that's really expensive. So if you came out with a $300 solution for a camera that was like a big chunky thing, like, you know, the Logitech Brio is this big, but I'm talking about something that's like a bigger square where you don't have to worry about it certainly like being small. I think people would put that on their thing if it looked good. You know what I mean? If the image came out better, if they can make these Zoom calls and they look more professional.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying is that domino following, having someone try to attempt, again, we don't know the specs or anything, but attempt to try to do something better and give you the options, the 3 different options on the cameras, give you the ring light around the monitor, which I feel like would be annoying at times, but I'm sure you could turn it off and brighten it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you can turn it off. But yeah, lights are always annoying. My eyes always burn.
But we will see. I just thought that was cool. Kingston
It is cool.
showed off a studio dock and a charging station that turns your iPad into an iMac. If you're looking for a fanciful way to dock and charge Apple products, there's no shortage of options, but Kingston's Studio Dock may be the best looking and most functional option yet. With one stand, you can dock and charge your iPad Pro or Air to give it iMac-like look while charging your iPhone, AirPods, and your Apple Watch with an optional add-on. You'll get a host of ports along the way. The Studio Dock does look like a miniature iMac. When you dock it, an iPad, all you need is a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse, and you're ready to go. The bottom of the stand acts as a QI wireless charger, the first capable of 7.5 watts for your iPhone, and the other able to pump up to 5 watts for your AirPods. Connect your iPad, and you'll get rapid charging through USB-C at 37.5 watts. Basically, what's really cool on this thing is all the ports and the HDMI that you get on the back, the SD card reader, the headphone jack, and it looks... This is what I was saying when we first got the Samsung phones announced, was I want something that you can kind of plug in and use it as a computer, and it looks like they're doing that with the iPad because you're allowed to... you're able to because of the chips in them, the processor chips. Yeah, these don't have the M1 chips, but they're still the same ARM chips, which Apple has now allowed you to be able to use a mouse and keyboard like a laptop with the iPad, which is really dope. You can wire it in like directly for Ethernet connection as a SD card slot. Yeah, there's a HDMI on the back. You can tie it together, or you can split it. You can do a monitor. You can do a monitor if you have a iMac as well wirelessly, or a MacBook. Yeah, and with this thing, I just think it's one, the interface is not that bad. Like, it's actually pretty good with using the mouse and keyboard, because Apple did that patch a while ago where you're able to do that, and I played around with it, and I'm actually surprised at like how much of a laptop and iPad feels once you add that functionality to it. It's cool. It's really awesome. Like, I mean, that one dock and like a monitor, you can, do your basic stuff that you need to do, like, Zoom calls and scheduling and emails and things like that. So if you got that type of job, I could see how this comes in really handy. Or if you just, that's all you use a computer for, this is a good option without having to go all out.
I think it's really cool, but I'm also have very a good amount of questions about Kensington as a brand. How is it that they got their little lock thing everywhere? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Who made the deals there? Every laptop ever has a little slot on the side, and it's got a little lock engraved on there, a little K in there, and that's so you can stick a Kensington lock in there and lock it in. So when it's on display, no one will steal it, right?
I didn't know that was the brand. Yeah, I didn't know that was the brand though.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? They're everywhere. They're on so many devices.
Well, and they're the same people who did that MacBook charger where you plug it in and it stands upright and it has all the connections that way as well. That's the same brand.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's like an upright MacBook dock where you plug it in and it stands upright, and then it has all the ports on the dock, so that you can do multiple monitors and plug in things through USB on the dock.
I don't understand why it has to stand upright. That seems
Well, because you just
like a weird.
plug it in and it takes up less space. It's like standing a PS5 up. It takes up less space and it looks better.
Oh, but closed?
Yeah, closed.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought it was standing up like this,
Oh,
and I was
no.
like, it doesn't even stand straight. It's
No.
like angled. Yeah, this company's interesting, and it's like it's weird how they get in every. I wonder if they like license the like lock part, the whole part for free. Like you can get that for free, but that way they can sell more of their locks. That's fascinating. I like this. I think it looks cool. I mean, I personally don't have any use for this. I don't think I know anyone that would have a use for this, but like I'm sure there's like kids that like this is perfect for them. But they're not sitting there, exporting crazy videos out.
Yeah,
They don't need the crazy processing stuff.
and for schoolwork, things like that, or like I said, if you have a
Yeah.
job where it's mostly emails and
Porn.
great for porn, can dual screen it, mirror it.
Yeah, you don't have to have that iPad fall on you.
It stands it up
While you're
right there.
doing your business.
It's a great point. It's a
Yeah.
great point. Kevin always with the great points. And of course, it wouldn't be a CES without Samsung showing you some weird robots.
Bullshit.
And again, Bali.
Some weird bullshit.
Bali,
Where is he?
absent.
Where is he?
What happened to Bali?
Blew his brains out. They took him out back. They were like, Turns out you would spread COVID.
That's all I want to know is where's Bali, because I didn't see him at all. And
It's frankly, it's really disappointing.
with Bot Handy, who has an extendable gripper arm it can use to help you take care of things like loading the dishwasher, setting a table, and pouring drinks. There are cameras on the robot's head and arm, and according to the company, an advanced AI that can identify objects of various sizes, shapes, and weights. Bot Handy can detect that item's material composition and use the right amount of force to grab it and move it. Samsung claims the robot also extends vertically to reach higher spots around your house. The revamped Bot Care is more of a personal assistant and companion. Using AI, it can take care of the little details in your life, Samsung research head Sebastian Sang said during a presentation. The company says BotCare will recognize and understand your behaviors and offer reminders. It might, for instance, nag you to get up and stretch your legs if it thinks you've been at the computer for too long. BotCare can also patch you into conference calls with its handy built-in display. This thing is crazy. I'm pulling it up right now, but it's nuts.
It looks like a giant 7 Hugs controller.
No, that's it. Pot care. And they kind of, this is what you wanted. You wanted droids. And now we have it. You can talk. Look, there's the arm. No, this is the same one, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not the same one. You're right. You're right. Look at that thing, though. But, again, I don't know how practical it is. Yeah, what if you get two of them? You get Bali and then that guy. Fight for the death. I'm sure that's not going to come back to haunt us. That's what I said.
You said fight for the death, which is weird. I mean, yeah, that'd be fun. I like if you have a 1-story house, you know what I mean?
They'll eventually get legs. They're going to contract it out
He's
to
not
Boston
rolling
Dynamics.
down. No, that's expensive. There's no way Boston Dynamics is selling that information for cheap.
I just always think it's so bizarre every time because every year I feel like these get better and better and better. Like we went from Bali, he doesn't really do anything.
Okay,
Roll around your
don't.
house.
Why do you have to like
Check on
be
your-
mean to him?
Check on your dog, turn on the lights, stuff like that.
Look,
And then
if you had a
this-
dog, you'd understand how important it is to be able to check on him.
and this one's loading in your dishes,
Play with your cat.
pouring you some wine, making sure you're not
Yeah,
sitting
except for
down
it's not
too
going
long.
to do it. Look, in 10 years, we might get like some little smaller version of this. I don't think we're going to see these things. I think this is going to go exactly the route that Bali went. It's just going to quietly disappear. They put it out there so that people will talk about Samsung. And that's how it's working. Look at us sitting here talking about Samsung.
Got us, Samsung. No, but with these, I think they're obviously they're conceptual right now, but just to see how every year they're getting better, and eventually these are going to become like things that you can get. Now I don't know how long that's going to take, but eventually.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Eventually, you'll be able to get these things as like assistants. You have them around the house. But I also
It's gonna
did.
be a while.
I also did read that some scientist types made robots feel empathy. So this is also not a great path we're going down.
No, empathy's good. We want them to feel empathy.
Yeah.
Empathy's super important.
But if
they can feel empathy, they'll feel bad about blowing your brains out.
If you feel empathy, you can feel other emotions eventually.
That's not how it works.
And then they feel anger.
They're only programmed to feel empathy.
And they feel murder, which is an emotion.
That's okay.
So your yearly update on robots from CES 2021. Of course, it's Samsung.
It's not happening, guys.
It's happening. It's right in front of us. You see that thing? That was real.
That's what you said about That's what you said about Bali. You're like, oh, by this
Look
time
what
next year we'll
happened.
both have Balis.
And I never said that because I would not buy a Bali.
And come on, man. He was gonna make our life so much better.
This one has more convenience. It's tailored toward more convenience.
Here's the thing: all the plates that I own, I got at the discount section at Williams Sonoma. Right? They were discontinued ones. If I break one of those plates, that's it. I have 5 plates then. You think I'm gonna trust some fucking robot to pick them up and put them down right?
Why not?
No, thank you.
It's designed to.
What do you mean? Why not? I just explained.
It's not gonna drop.
If
it's
he
a robot.
breaks one of the plates, you don't think he's gonna drop? He's gonna be like, oh, I thought it was metal.
He just beat him.
Love me.
Sorry.
Sorry. Jesus.
Some domestic abuse cases on robots eventually in the future. TCL teases a 17-inch tablet that unfurls like a scroll. Did you see the video for this thing? TCL hinted,
I just watched it. It's fucking cool.
Hinted the rollable
This is
devices
the kind of feature
are coming. But it's now clear that one might be particularly ambitious. The company has unveiled a concept tablet built around a 17-inch rollable printed OLED display. You can even pull it open like you're unfurling a scroll, while on-screen images clearly don't reflect what you'll get at the shipped product. TCL envisions that using detailed maps on a hike or other situations where laptop-sized screens would come in handy. The screen offers 100% color gamut and could translate to other devices, including TVs, foldables, and commercial displays. Just when you might see a tablet like this is another matter. Another TCL made clear that rollables like this are a matter of when rather than if, so it didn't narrow down a time frame. I don't like because
TCL.
Dude, they went hard this CES too.
I was gonna say TCL's smart. Make outlandish.
Yeah, I mean, and you're starting to see a lot more, and I'm surprised that they're even taking a shot at it. But it's a good way to like be able to get in the conversation about everything because again, TCL is becoming more and more known, and they're. I mean, again, that's ridiculous. Like the screen that they're showing there, but the concept's super cool. But again, when would you use this? Yeah, and I think they also have a phone. Like, yeah, they showed off like a prototype phone. No, it's right here. I had it in the beginning.
Real quick about the scroll, like, is it sturdier if I like go over the right side to grab something else?
Does it? Let's hope not.
I don't think it pulls back in. I imagine like it'll just take a piece of paper, it'll fold over. Yeah, that phone's fucking crazy.
It's stupid too. Why would you want to? Why would you want a shorter like that?
Is that not the exact argument you made for the Z Flip clamshell, the Razor? Those kind of phones, you were like, oh, it's cool, it's smaller, it'll fit in my pocket better.
That's a good point. Yeah, good point. But it's something in practicality
Touche,
I wouldn't
bitch.
use. I wouldn't want. But yeah, they went hard. There's a dog locate sensor now as well that they announced at their press conference.
See, that's some useful information. Too bad it runs Samsung's bullshit iOS
yeah,
OS.
and then with the tablet, it's I don't know. It's cool to see.
Wait, I'm sorry. It's TCL, right?
Correct, TCL.
I fucked up. I said Samsung for whatever reason.
I was like, all right, that's all right.
I mean, I corrected myself. Touche number 2.
But it's interesting to see the people aren't really doubling down on it because I feel like last CES we saw TCL with their foldable phone, which we never heard of again, and then now we're getting the rollable tech, which makes sense because it's more you don't have that that crease in the displays. You just have the
wait,
rolling.
Did we never hear about the foldable phone?
No, not from TCL. And again, they're not gonna. This isn't something they're trying to bring to like market right away. It sounds like this is gonna be one of those things that kind of go off into the night.
Yeah. Oh, it was the 3-way foldable phone. That's pretty cool. That's bold. What a choice that was, huh?
Yeah, and they're taking shots, man, and they're leading in the home theater industry as well with their TVs. They're trying all these different things with phones and tablets right now. And I remember last year they tried to do a headphone line. Like they're trying they're doing the Samsung approach, do everything. Like and then try to get market share that way, so then your name becomes more known.
But they're doing it with an added like little benefit of like and make it as cheap as possible, right?
Yeah. I mean, it would be. I would be interested to see what a tablet like that with TCL branding runs. Because it can't be too cheap. There's no way. But
it's not possible.
Speaking of rollable phones, they're real and they're launching in 2021 from LG. LG teased its rollable phone yesterday at CES, and now the company is confirming it's a real product that will be available in 2021. The LG Rollable has what the company called a unique resizable screen that extends from a phone into a small tablet display. The screen slides in and out of place to provide bigger screen area. Our management wanted to show that it is a real product and that there were many rumors around the phone before CES, says LG spokesperson in a statement. As it released at CES 2021, I can tell you it will be launched this year. Ambitious.
And we'll see. A lot of people saying a lot of things, you know what I mean? This thing looks freaking cool. I mean, it looks nearly as cool as the last phone. I don't know why you were so mean to TCL. Rectangular phone.
No, because this one doesn't go down. Like, it doesn't... It doesn't make it like a square. This one stays rectangle. Yeah, but this one makes a bigger square. No, that's a square. Look at that. Look at when it goes. That's a square. That's a square. It's crazy that they're planning on launching this. We were just talking about this with Oppo a couple of shows again. No, we brought it up. Yeah, we brought it up.
This LG is more on top of it. I feel like they came out with the wing, and then they made that a real thing, right? LG wing.
Was that shown at a CES though? Yeah, I know what the wing is. The wing, obviously, 2 OLED displays, and it flips up to a T shape. Man, look at that. Look at we have audio listeners, you know. Yes. Far more than our video watchers.
Hey guys, a little bit of this for you. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see this. Will it work? What do you think? Like, do you think there's any fold aspect to this? Like, where the actual fold, like how we saw it with the folding phones? Is there some? What are the negatives to rolling?
I guess more mechanical. Like it's a more mechanical thing. But it's not going to have a crease because there's no crease. So like that's the benefit of doing the rollable. But again, then you have to use then then you have to use this god awful interface. Look right here. Like just looking at it, I'm like, man, this can't be good. This Android does not look good. Um, I think it's rolling on the top part right here. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Top right part right here. I think it's rolling into it and then it's closing. Crazy where we're at. Now, again, it would be awesome in like concept, but I cannot imagine this Android is any better than Samsung's Android. LG phones? Really? But bloat wasn't my issue with the Samsung ones though. It was just it was clunky. It was old.
Too much for it.
Yeah. I agree. Couldn't agree more. I had to experience myself to understand.
I know. I remember how you were like, okay.
But
And I try to break it to you nicely. Next time you do a mistake like this, I'm gonna have to be a little bit harder. Just so you know.
this
Is that
year,
the Golden Gate Bridge on your shirt there?
this year, yeah, it is right there.
Huh.
Some bridge. Huh. I don't know if it's Golden Gate.
No, you do. You do. You know. I like this shirt, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I was wondering. TCL is finally bringing, again, which is more cool prototype shit. I don't know about cool, though. TCL is finally bringing its wearable display prototype to the public after having shown off its Project Archery concept several times at various trade shows over the past few years. TCL is finally ready to bring its heads-up display to the general public. Currently called the TCL Wearable Display, the headset will be available commercially later this year. Through the company still can't share pricing or launch information beyond that. Having been through quite a few prototype stages, though, it appears the wearable display has finally reached its final form. It's one of the smallest headsets I've seen based on the video briefing with TCL spokesperson. In my experience with previous prototypes, it's basically, as its name suggests, just a wearable display.
So they say heads-up display. Heads-up display, doesn't that imply like AR or like see-through?
That's what I was thinking, but then it says full full HD OLED displays for 140-degree view, and you also have to plug it into your phone, which big bummer. There's no battery. There's no battery, so the display draws its power from devices it's connected to through the USB-C port.
I need a little more clarity. I don't understand if this is something that I'm supposed to like sit down, put on, and watch a movie. Like, is that what this is for, or am I walking around and I can see my text messages, my eyeballs, like that?
It looks like it's see-through. Hold on.
Hold on.
I'm pulling up.
Checking the text. Paul says she loves me. That's what it's gonna be like, you know? Why you laugh like that? You don't think she loves me?
No, no.
She married me, dude. It's my wife.
Yeah, no, they look like almost VR glasses. But why would you want this though? If you just get a VR headset. Yeah, but you're plugging it into your phone, so all this is gonna be like that Oculus Go, where it's like whack.
Right. But I mean, I don't know. I've never tried it. The Oculus Go. Is that the one we like?
No, we like the Oculus Quest. Oculus Go was the little white one.
Stick the phone. Is that the one you stick the phone into, or is that Oculus Quest?
That was some Google one, but yeah, it's a lot like that, where it's like you kind of look around in Google Maps, and it was very bad. But yeah, I
Yeah, I mean, to me, this seems like it's just glasses that make it so you have like a monitor, and it's like that's interesting. I don't know that we're in a world that there's a market for that. You know?
no.
It looks cool, but who's gonna be sitting like? I don't know. I guess if you could connect a PlayStation 5 to this, okay? Don't freak out. Hear me out.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Sit down on a comfy sofa. Just sit there with your controller playing games. 150-inch monitor in front of your eyes. You just do it.
Not this. Yeah, yes. I mean, I guess, but it depends. I don't know. I don't know if I would want that.
That's what I'm saying. Fucking think about your answer. You don't want to just blurt something out. Think.
Aggressive tonight.
I just don't understand why you're giving me so many answers. How big is this? How big is this? How big does the screen look in your eyes?
Well, I don't know, but it says here. Where is it? I mean, you get a 40 degree view. That's all I got for you.
But like that doesn't make any sense. Like it's because this isn't like a new thing. You know what I mean?
No, and that's why I'm confused at what
like Sony's done this for a long time. Maybe it's better because it's OLEDs.
I don't understand it.
I
don't
wonder
understand the
if
market for
these
it.
are still a thing. Can you get a 4K like HDR one? Like, because years ago I remember Sharper Image. You remember Sharper Image?
I remember
Great
Sharper
store.
Image.
God, what a fucking magical place that store was. They always had bullshit like this, and like the demos never worked. They were always broken. But I've definitely tried it a couple times, and it's cool. It's like, oh yeah, I'm sitting in front of a monitor. But I don't usually watch stuff by myself, and when I do, it's on my phone. I guess, but there's the thing. You know how you consume YouTube videos, right, on your own? What if you could do it on a giant monitor in your face? Does that do anything for you?
No. I'm a multitasker. I have like 9 things
Yeah, but
going.
I feel like you don't usually do any of them well. Maybe if you focused on one thing.
I was just talking about not even productivity. I was just in my general life. But thanks for the shots.
No, yeah. Hey man, I saw an open door. I went for it.
Yeah, it's dumb. I'm not for it. The more I think about it, the more I don't like it. If it was AR,
Yeah.
and you can have like your text messages pop up, and you walk like with those Bose glasses with the speakers, if you can have that, but with a heads-up display, where it's like it will tell you like
Google Glass.
how fast you're driving. Yeah, Google Glass.
Yeah.
Google Glass.
Or what was the other one that they did? That they bought the company that was working on it?
I don't remember the name of it, but yeah.
North? No.
Yeah, that. Did you get it? Is it?
Was that North? Look at us both searching. Oh man, I am just smart. Oh yeah, North smart glasses. Fucking nailed it. Yeah.
You have a good memory.
Like, where is that? I mean, I really, really want this technology to work. I want never to pull out my phone. I want to have the option to pull it out. I just never want to need to do it, you know? Like, I'd love to get all text and be like...
The issue with that goes, though, is text
on.
messages. How do you respond? Like, with your eyes? That's how you, like, make a text?
No. This is a Google product. You know? A company that has an assistant that you can just yell things into the void, and it's like, okay, I'll send the text.
Oh, I thought
and
you
here's
said,
even better.
I thought you were going to say this is a Google product. The messaging doesn't work. because the messaging doesn't work on the Pixels.
Yeah, is that still an issue for you?
No, it went away, but a lot of forums
Mine
say a lot of people are having a lot of issues
Yeah,
with messaging.
they have a lot of problems with it, including myself. I actually wrote a review for the first time, and it was not nice.
Man, really flexing the
Yeah.
muscles. Did you say you're from Tech Fever?
That's all I have.
You're not
all I
going to
have.
nonstop talk about it on your show.
God, these North are cool.
They're cool glasses.
Oh, and it used to be focals, right? And they had the ring. They would work with it. So there you go. So if the North's focals used a little ring that you would use that had a mouse, I can send you this image.
Yeah, I remember. I got a video here.
Yeah.
There's the ring right there. Which I'm for that. That's such a good idea.
Yeah, but I'm also ready to be an idiot. Okay, respond. Say this. United States. I have no problem with that when I'm driving.
Oh yeah, when you're driving, not when you're walking through the mall. No, it's less dangerous if you're driving. It's not dangerous if you're driving. Yeah, but you see it, right there, but then right there is the accident that's about to happen. You can see it. No, but you can see it. You're telling me Tony Stark gets in a lot of accidents?
No, but he flies. A lot less traffic up there. Also, I'm pretty sure his AI can control the car.
I don't think you know what you're talking about, frankly. God's so cool. I said, God's so cool.
Yeah, but then it got bought by Google and then silently just disappeared.
What else we got here? A lot of... Well, first I want to bring this up because this is fucking finally. LG is one of the leaders in OLED TV technology, but it's mostly been limited to TVs for the living room thus far as part of the slate for CES 2021 announcements, though the company just announced the LG Ultrafine monitor will have, for this year, OLED panels. At 31.5 inches 4K screen that features individual dimming for 8 million pixels. That's something an OLED phone or TV can do. It's just part of the OLED screen tech, but it's still pretty noteworthy to see it show up in a monitor, which is true.
How much do you think this bad boy is going to cost?
Well, the normal ones cost $1,000. But
what do you mean normal?
The normal, that's their, what is it, the ultrafine displays? No, the ultrafine is like their branding for their creator monitor. Is usually $1,000.
So we're looking at
you could look at 15, but at the same time they're coming out with a 43-inch TV. That's OLED, right? So at 43 inches,
advantages to use.
No, but listen, so a 48-inch you can get for $1,300. So if you're doing a 43-inch, you'd imagine that's going to be $1,000 or $800, maybe less. So how much can you really charge for this if you can just go up in screen size and get a 43-inch at a cheaper price? So I feel like you can only go so hard with the price.
Maybe it's not going to be as expensive as we think. OLED technology is getting cheaper, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And
they're really cool. How big are they again?
32 inches. Just under 32 inches. 0.5 under 32.
It's a pretty good size. That's a pretty good size.
The monitors I work with are 32 inches.
Yeah, I heard they were too big for your desk, though. So
I could get one right there. That's a whole thing, though. That's a lot. It's a lot of screen.
Mine are 27 inches. It's too big for my desk, my dude. You've seen it, right? It's encapsulating me. I love it. It feels so cozy.
No, so it's just cool to finally get a monitor that's OLED. It would be awesome if it was $1,000 or $800 or you know, in that price range.
I mean, that would be cool.
Dude,
But when you need to buy 3 of them, we want them a little cheaper than that.
But also, I don't know the refresh on them. I think it's probably just 60. But if they're 120...
What? No.
Yeah. No, because most 4K monitors are only 60 because they're mostly for creatives and not gaming. Which changed a little bit this year with CES announcements, but for the most part, you're at 60 hertz 4K. Like my LG monitors in the studio are only 60 hertz.
Yeah, but that's because they're shitty LG monitors.
No, they're the ones right under this one, the ultrafine.
You gotta stop wasting money, god damn it.
What are you talking about?
They don't even match color grade wise. I always give you shit. Remember, you have one that's like fucking yellow and one that's blue.
Well, that's the Dell one, which I changed. It's better now. Anyway,
I don't believe that for a second.
No, so yeah, no, I'm excited to actually have an OLED monitor that's 32 inches because the 49 inch really intrigued me. That's like not monitor size, but like desk size. And then now we're getting a 43 inch as well from LG. That's 120 hertz monitor. And you were talking about LG or OLEDs getting cheaper. LG announced their A1 OLEDs. So these are essentially the entry-level OLEDs that you're going to be able to get for a pretty good price. So designed to cost a lot less than some of the fancier sets in its lineup, Forbes spotted the announcement buried in the bombast of the company's CES launch, describing a stripped-down TV that loses a number of nice-to-have features. Quick look at the spec list, you'll be able to see things that LG has sniffed compared to the rest of the lineup. There's no 120Hz display, no variable refresh rate, and no HDMI 2.1, which may cap the amount of bells and whistles you can get out of your next-generation console. The A1 series models are available in 48-inch, 55-inch, 65-inch, and 77-inch versions, and come with a 50 to 60 hertz panel, a trio of HDMI 2.1, 2.0 ports, and support for HGIG HDR gaming. More importantly, you'll support Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, Filmmaker mode, Google Assistant, Amazon Alexa, and AirPlay 2. Owners will also have access to the eARC support for lossless sound transmission and WebOS 6.0 running on the Alpha 7 Gen 4 processor, which means essentially TV and movie wise, you're not losing a ton. So we might get an $800, $700 OLED in 2021, which is exciting.
That'd be really cool. That'd be really cool.
For you, those of you.
The no HDMI 2.1. I mean, it is very much like this seems like it's on par with what is C8?
Yeah. C8 with a better processor.
That's interesting.
I just thought it was interesting that they went for budget OLEDs, and it makes sense because Vizio's doing OLEDs now that are more affordable and cheaper. So obviously, as soon as you get competition introduced, you're gonna have moves like this, which I think is very smart. Because honestly, I'd take even with minus all those bells and whistles, I'd still tell you to get an OLED like screen, like
it's a better image quality, right?
Panel, yeah. And you're still getting 4K.
And for like,
you're still getting HDR. You're still getting Dolby Vision.
Yeah, I was gonna say for most people, like they're not like who's playing games at a 120, like people with like a PS5 or an Xbox Series X, right? Those are the only ones right now.
In gaming,
and how many games?
PC gaming.
Yeah, but PC gaming aren't playing on a TV; they're playing on a monitor, right?
Yeah, but not if you get the 48-inch. You can use that as a monitor. But yeah, you're right. It's very niche. I
mean. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if you've got like a real PC, you're not playing on a TV, right?
Yeah, you're playing on that OLED monitor that's about to come out.
Right? That heavy duty monitor. So it's interesting. I feel like this is very much aimed at the like, hey, this is a cheaper option. It's almost as good as I mean, it is our older model, basically, right?
Yeah, it's the C8. It's the C8 with a better processor.
With a better processor.
And new UI.
So I wonder if that... I mean, it's still using WebOS, right?
Yeah, the new one, 6.0.
All right, well, don't. It's not a big deal. Yeah, this is cool. Make these TVs more affordable because they are a hell of an experience.
Yeah. Well, especially if like people are like, I'm not gaming, then it's like, cool, get this OLED. If you're not going to be doing any of that. LG had a lot to announce at their conference in terms of just cool modes that they're doing. Their gaming modes for their flagship models really caught my eye. First, the 2020 lineup TVs for LG will launch with Google Stadia and a game optimizer. LG has revealed that in its 2021 TVs will include a game optimizer that fine-tunes the picture for consoles and PCs. The feature gives you quick access to tweaks you'll be likely to use, such as lag reduction and variable refresh, but also reflects LG's focus on AI. You can not only enable AI-based game sound tuning and even optimize the image for specific game genres. LG will adjust a first-person shooter, role-playing game, or even a real-time strategy title. The TVs will also include more gaming-friendly apps. They'll include Google Stadia out of the box in late 2021, making cloud gaming that much easier. They'll also ship with the Twitch app, which you can get now. It'll just be pre-installed.
It's dope. All of this is cool, right?
Yeah.
No bad info here.
So on this one, what was really interesting to me is before we had like G-Sync and we had all these gaming features on LG OLEDs. But as I'm about to pull up right here, you can see you have like custom, like you can really customize how you play, right here. So you can see this interface, the game optimizer. You can do reduce blue light, prevent input lag, AI game sound, and then variable refresh rate, FreeSync, all that good stuff, all right there.
Something that's going to be like make sense, then we're going to go in there and like make sure it's on, or is this something that is going to like not work, kind of like a motion blur where it's like, okay, it looks a little better, but it doesn't match, and there's like it's synthetically doing it. It wasn't like the game wasn't designed to have this layer of polish thrown on top. So is this something that we are gonna like go into computers or TVs and turn off?
Yeah, that's my concern. Obviously, with the being able to turn on FreeSync and off FreeSync and like adjust those settings, that's all good. But yeah, the AI stuff kind of concerns me because typically you don't want AI, especially in gaming, because that makes more lag, essentially. Makes a bit more of a delay when you're trying to process something like that, especially on the display and not on the actual console itself. But they are going to be...
these companies know that.
End of 2021, they are going to have the NVIDIA GeForce is going to be built into these TVs.
That I think is the biggest part of this story. And Stadia as well. I know that Stadia is like a fucking utter just terrible disaster. But taking out the like, oh hey, now there is no fucking barrier to entry. Like your TV already has it if you've got one of these top line TVs. It's like, well, all right, I'll give it a try. Makes it a little more accessible. So that's like just fascinating to me.
Yeah, and I guess the processing and like having the variable refresh rate where you can toggle it on and off like on the actual TV itself, it's good for streaming. Like that, I feel like that benefits the most of all this is the streaming services that you can get, because obviously all the processing stuff you want done on your hardware, but obviously if you're streaming, there's no hardware. So if your TV can do it, I mean, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, no, that's adding a level of control there that I otherwise didn't have access to. That's pretty rad.
And then keep rolling into the TV news. Lots of TV news.
Keep rolling.
TCL pushes 8K and OD0 and mini LED tech for its 2021 TVs. Essentially, they're doing an 8K model, and they're keeping their 6 series, which is going to be mini LED with the OD0, which is basically there's zero gap between the LEDs and the color filter, essentially.
I don't know what that means. Explain it with smaller words.
basically, with the downside of LEDs is the light bleed. So if you put it closer to the actual LEDs themselves, you don't get as much light bleed, which gives you better clarity in the actual picture. TCL is super impressive on what they're doing in the TV space, especially with the price that they're doing. I mean, you can get a 65 6 Series mini LED TV for like $800 right now. So obviously, as the new models line up, that will get cheaper. I just think it's interesting that they're beating Samsung and LG at their own game with TVs.
I just wonder how much of this is going to come to actually become reality. Because, like, they're making a lot of cool statements and bold things that, like, sound good. But, like, I hope that we see all these products.
You will. And that's the one thing with TCL is the one thing that they announce every year that always hits market and always holds up their end of the deal. It's their TVs. Because that's their, like, kind of how they got their start.
Yeah, that's where people know their name.
Yeah,
right?
and that's where they have the most clout behind their name is in the TV sector. So every year when they announce something, it comes out. It's not like it doesn't come out, which is interesting.
As far as TVs go.
Yeah,
right?
As far as TVs go. And
Yeah.
what's interesting is we heard last CES Samsung talking about the wall, micro LED, this, that, the other. And then TCL comes out with mini LED, which is very, very similar. And they're the first to market with it 2 years ago. And then a year ago, they come out with their new 6 Series, which is crazy good in terms of picture quality.
So Samsung never came out with their wall thing.
Well, that's our next piece of news as well. But now they are. This next year, they're coming out with the micro LED wall.
I mean, that's what they said. That's what they said last year too. You know what I mean? I remember you being like, "Yeah, I think it's coming any day now."
That's true. They did say that it was going to come out 2021, but then all the COVID stuff. But the fact that 2 years ago, TCL came out with a better LED technology than Samsung, LG, or Sony, which Sony's still not getting on the mini LED train. Which I feel like is going to be very hard to compete with. Which is interesting. But, yeah. So, I mean, that's something to look forward to. They're also doing XL models, so 85-inch starting at their 4 Series and above. So they're competing, man. It's impressive, the market share that they're taking in the TV space. I don't think I've seen anything like this since Samsung did it in like the mid-2000s.
That was crazy.
And like I just hinted at, you'll be able to buy Samsung's 110-inch micro LED TV this year. Samsung has been showing off the massive wall-sized micro LED TVs since CES 2018, but now the company is finally ready to sell these massive screens to regular customers, available in 88-inch, 99-inch, and 110-inch sizes. Samsung's micro LED TV features 99.99% screen-to-body ratio. You'll be able to just get a silver bezel with all that screen space. Of course, having a really big screen at home is great for simulating movie theater experience, but the micro LEDs in the display, again, make it a really clear, almost OLED-like experience. But I'm sure these are going to be tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, but 110-inch, almost OLED screen. Like that is an insane, like that is, if you're sitting 8 feet away from that, that's like a movie theater experience, you know?
Yeah.
Like, actually, that would be better than a movie theater experience, right?
It's non-projector.
Even, right, that's what I'm saying. Like, even with the, the Dolby Atmos theater, like, you still see a lot of, like, the black isn't black. It still has some haze to it. And, like, that's just what's going to happen with normal normal projectors. I would love to see this. I would love to enter a totally dark room and see this and see how close is it to an OLED and how good is it
and
for the size.
How close do you have to be to see the creases or the lines of the panels?
Yeah, but like we already know that like people that are like right up to it have problems, right? Seeing the creases.
Yeah, but who's going to stand right up to a 110-inch screen is also another thing.
But that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, if if when you're standing next to it, you have trouble finding it, then like you're set. 5 feet away, you're never gonna see it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, and that's the thing with these where it's man, I'm with you. I want to like Samsung, if you're listening, send TechFever to cover one of these. Send us into a dark room with one of these displays. Show us what's that movie you really like? Speed Racer?
Ooh.
4K on one of these things?
Yeah, there's no 4K Speed Racer. It's a heartbreaking story.
Is there not?
They didn't keep the master files. Also, this was made in between shit where it's like all the CG stuff just was never exported in like anything higher than 1080. It's very sad. I wish someone would fix it, but no one has. God, that.
Sorry.
Let's move on. I'm gonna bum myself out.
I didn't mean to bring your day down.
No, it's cool. This is really, really cool, and I just wish it wasn't super expensive, because it's gonna be. It's gonna be very, very expensive for 110 inches. But what a nice and solid, appealing number, 110 inches.
I mean, you'd be able to do.
That's big.
Like, how big is the studio LED wall?
I don't know, because we don't measure it that way. So it's 9 feet by 13, I think. Well, that was the old one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this could be more. I mean, that's what. I'm excited for the uses because now we're seeing a lot LED walls be more and more used for everything.
Well, now the difference there is you can like go in like change the refresh rate and stuff, which is good when you have a camera recording on it. And I don't know that you have the same amount of flexibility with something like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
If you purchase, again, Sony. I don't know what happened to them this year at the CES. Pretty much really lackluster. They announced their new TVs. Their new TVs are in terms of like the LED side, their OLED side's good, but they're not doing anything crazy like, LG where they're like, we're going to make super cheap OLEDs or we're doing OLED monitors. But the one thing that I saw that I want to see in practice is Sony Bravia's core streaming service will deliver video comparable to Blu-ray. If you purchase a Sony Bravia XR TV, which is weird, notice this year they moved back to the Bravia branding. You'll get exclusive access.
What was the last year?
They just didn't market it like Bravia. Bravia
just called it Sony.
It was always there, but yeah, it was like Sony, 900F, X, whatever.
Right.
So now they're going back to like their Bravia lineup, which is really interesting. High quality movies through a new streaming service called Bravia Core. Sony has announced that the service will use Sony's Pure Stream technology to stream video up to 80 megabits per second, allowing near lossless quality comparable to 4K Blu-ray discs. That's up to 4 times more data than Netflix, which recommends the speed up to 25 megabits per second for 4K streaming. According to Sony's website, Bravia XR owners will be able to stream a selection of Sony Picture titles anytime and will marry times as you like, or as many times as you like, and up to 4K HDR quality. Your choice of movies, however, depends on your availability and the model of the TV that you've purchased. The service is pre-installed on all new Bravia XR 4K and 8K models, including the Master Series Z9J 8K and other models. The purchase of those sets gives buyers vouchers with more credits given for higher end sets. Those can then be cashed in to stream different titles, though it's not clear for how long. Among the titles available for streaming, Sony has promised a larger IMAX enhanced movie collection with a remastered IMAX picture and DTS sound. Sony hasn't said how many IMAX and other titles will be available, but it's likely it will be very limited. This is a really underrated announcement.
I mean, this sounds like a cool concept, but this also is like one of those things that like, okay, this is a service that's going to exist for maybe 2 years and then get canceled because it's not going to make it. Like, people are going to buy a TV, get however many points they have, watch 2 movies, and then be out of points, right? And then they're going to have to buy points or whatever it is.
Or rent the movie.
Well, I imagine you buy points, then you rent the movie. Not buy. Sounds like you rent the movie.
I think you can get points for other things. Like, I can imagine them being like,
Talking about whoring?
down. No, like you can get points in other ways. That would be cool.
What do you mean?
Like in terms of like you watched, this much time on your new Sony TV. Here's 10 points.
You watched Bloodshot.
Like achievements.
We're just gonna give you another movie. Thank you. God, what a like. So if you go to the website, the what is this? Engadget. The image they've got, it's like for whatever reason, it's all Bloodshot. Like there's, like that is not a movie I would put up there as like, oh, hey, check this out. There it is.
This is their only movie, but I mean, think about it: Spider-Man, Venom, like they have some stuff in their hat in terms of what they're be able to.
Yeah,
show.
but like most of them aren't great. Like from the picture they have, there's 2 movies on there out of what? 8 movies. There's 2 that are worth watching, and one of them is just theirs on a technicality. It's on there. But this just seems like a weird system, It would be cooler if it was like all of them are unlimited. Like you just pay like a certain fee, or I don't know.
Well, we'll see where this goes.
I mean, this is This is only interesting because I want other companies to adopt higher bitrate streaming for media.
What if Sony can actually be successful with this and like bring this over to LG TVs and other TVs where it's like you get a high
but it
bit
won't.
rate.
It's too small. The people that have access to it are like a tiny sliver, and it's like okay, maybe the service eventually becomes available for any device. Like, who's gonna go in there and like buy it?
You're not. For
You know what I mean? Like
for the better looking 4K, like especially with
Yeah,
movie
but we
theaters being
have-
gone, you're gonna want to be
have-
like, I want to see this in the best possible light. So let me watch.
Yeah,
this
but like,
new
how
Ghostbusters
much
movie.
better is that gonna be than Voodoo's, ultra high or
A lot
ultra
better.
HD? I mean, is it? Or is it going to be 4 times better that
I
you're not
can
going
tell
to
the
notice?
difference on Netflix 4K versus like a 4K Blu-ray. Can you not?
I mean, I think it's fairly negligible.
No, I think it still looks good. I'm not saying it looks bad, but like I can
No, yeah,
definitely
yeah.
notice.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying is you can tell the difference. But do I care? Like I watched most of my movies and stuff through Vudu because I digitize. Like I use all the codes. You know, when you get a 4K
anywhere.
Blu-ray, it comes with what was that?
It's a Movies Anywhere.
Or Vudu.
No, the vouchers aren't they Movies Anywhere, and then you type those in, and then you connect your Vudu account. Isn't that how it works?
I don't know. Let me see. I have one here. No, you know what? They keep changing. Because what's the company that went bankrupt? Was it Movies Anywhere?
Did they go bankrupt?
There was another company. There was one of these companies that went bankrupt, and like you had to switch it to like Fandango or something, and then you had to switch it again. And Fandango went under also. Now, like this latest one that I did was like Lionsgate. Like they're a lot of times they're through the company that makes it, like WB or Lionsgate. I guess another example. I just don't know if it's gonna be worth it, and I like already am assuming that it's gonna be more expensive than renting it on Vudu, and that's gonna hurt it. You know what I mean? Like they should have this service free for anyone that has a Bravia, like these top tier TVs, and then for someone like me, where I can download the app eventually on my LG, then let me pay for each movie. Give me that choice,
Yeah.
Or sell this technology to Vudu and have that be now one more setting under the UHD. So you have like the 1080 or 720 1080 HD UHD, and then underneath high bit rate or something like that.
I could see them doing that. The Pure Stream, like the Pure Stream technology, licensing that out. I can also see this as like a move on their part to like make that happen to where they can sell it. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that would be cool.
Time will only tell. I thought that was like the only interesting thing from Sony, other than you saw their car actually on the road. That was something else that they announced, but it's not going to happen. They're not going to bring that to market. Well, Kevin, that was our CES 2021 news-filled show. That's right. A lot of people were saying, you guys don't have a lot of news the last couple weeks. Well, here we go.
Well, whose fault was that?
Long show. I mean, that's just the tech industry's fault.
The tech of the world. Yeah.
But
thank you for watching. It means the world does.
Yes, it does. I appreciate you, and if you appreciate us, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that like button. Subscribe on podcast services. Leave a review if your podcast service lets you. Some don't, but the ones that do, leave a review. Let us know. Give us 5 stars. Helps us out. You can follow Kevin Coello at Kind of Funny Kevin on Twitter. Keep up to date with everything that he's doing. You can also watch all his his day job over at youtube.com/kindoffunny. You can follow me at cheeks_junior on the Twitter, and you can again, everything I do is going to be right here. You're already here. Might as well hit that subscribe at youtube.com/play everything. You look like you're about to say something.
I'm not.
Oh, well. Thank you for joining us in Tech Fever, and until next time,
we got the fever.